No to who that you like. Now who that sabi dey walk. Bongoli say, no envy who that they do the work where you know sabi. Now for G chance to pose in way sabi. When you land there work, he go come back to you. Now advice for patience, humility, and real leadership. I know to that you let go.
Now who that sabi they work.
Now for where they them they come oh.
And now you them don't come back.
I know to who that you sabi, but who that sabi do they walk oh.
Now for where they them they come oh.
And now they them don't come back so. Now they them don't come back. When I know say who that no sabi they walk. Not doing go do they walk oh. Now for where they them go come oh. And now they them don't come back so. If you no left on for the posy way sabi, you go G we bomb talk oh. We self go wait for they them oh. Now they them don't come back so. Now they them don't come back so.
No to who that you let go.
Now who that sabi they walk.
Now for where they them they come oh.
And now you them don't come back oh. Pumballing say big full goats now for tie 'em with big rope oh. Where you no go able cut. Now for where they them go come oh. And now they them don't come back so. Everything I life get them no rush 'em oh.
No to who that you sabi.
But now who that sabi do they walk.
Now for where they them go come oh.
And now they them don't come back so. I all man get in your walk.
Now for G walk to who that sabi oh.
Now for where they them go come.
And now they them don't come back so.
Who that sabi lead.
Now for G and leadership oh.
Now for where they them go come.
And now they them don't come back so.
Who that na lawyer? Now for G I'm governor court oh.
Now for where they them go come oh.
And now they them don't come back so. Who that na trader? Now for G I'm business money oh.
Now for where they them go come.
And now they them don't come back so. I who that na teacher? Now for G I'm school oh.
Now for where they them go come oh.
And now they them don't come back so. Who that na farmer? Now for G I'm land to farm. They them they come oh.
Now for where they them go come oh.
And now they them don't come back so. I know to that you sabi.
But to that sabi do they walk oh.
Now for where they them they come oh.
And now they them don't come back so.
Now they them don't come back oh. Oh, that sabi run transport. Now for G and motor car oh.
And now you them don't come back
Hey, if you would have no medics, now patients and medicines they walk oh.
Now for where they them go come.
And now they them don't come back so. Oh, now policeman sabi who side thief man them day. Now they for them.
For where they them go come.
And now they them don't come back so.
Indeed, not the time they come. You know, that goat, that big full goats now for time with big rope. So inaugural courts. And what that's be the job. Now you get forget the program now Ecko Morning Show. Now so go take welcome now to this third edition with today now the 12th day of August 2026. It rain outside on we own side from Musa Komot to Musa Day right now. No praise we serve as Sierra Leone is destined for greatness. We love Sierra Leone. And what they talk for let's salon better. Let we continue the good work. Let we not look at waiting people that they say about the system. It is what it is. The issues are many. Not to one person get for make salon. Salon and we all get for come together and make. And this morning we will be opportune for talk to Ansumana from NPRA. We go can tell we about the clean fuel where they want for this salon as all the time we must talk in the fuel. The carburetor because of the bad fuel the way that they carry. So we'll ask them some questions. And we will also play the views of the ordinary citizens in the streets. The program now Ecko Morning Show. At the same time, we'll forget the second segment. Honorable members of parliament from the Sierra Leone People's Party, engineer from the Yenga district or Yenga community, And also we go get Honorable Ibrahim Barry, we go also come and talk to we. The program na Ecko Morning Show. We get few gists. We see yesterday them born drugs, but before we come to the drug side, we go get for talk to the police media one, where it go tell you exactly what is going on and what happened. We go start with few gists. His Excellency President Julius Madabio, it pleases him to appoint and also fired. A ministerial position, not a permanent job. Now make anybody will take it just on a day between life and death. So His Excellency Brigadier Julius Madabio do a shift appointment. We talk and say now the menu, it don't change the table of the menu. It don't change the table of the menu. So now if na John be they eat, maybe na get for eat now. So the spoon don't change. We just pray that the one the way they come and the one the way they do the work will do them the right time. I see somebody post on Facebook page, they talk say na last rush. Well, we don't know what they mean by that. The program na Ecko Morning Show. Congratulations to the foreign minister. This man, I love him. I like him. I respect him. They complain. Been former minister of information. He commoded now in a former minister of employment. When they put on an employment ministry, he always they make things work. When he was minister of information, he made things work. Ask Sierra Leone, the insurrection, he was there. Every other thing, he was there. So when it's on a labor ministry, people say, labor don't do. He can't revamp the labor ministry. So congratulations, Mr. Raman Soare, as the new Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation. We congratulate you for that new role. Also to Napoleon. The ordinary citizen yesterday, when this appointment came out, there were tears of joy. You know why? Actually, for these two gentlemen, they were they call. One was Napoleon, two was Soare. You know why? People say these are system men. Most of them, other appointees, then when they come on board, they were technocrats. They were not system men. They were not party men. Some just end up being party members now. Well, even if they were party members, they're not being the showcase, they be the show professionalism. They be the show say, oh, we know they part this. Me na civil society are they, me na this are they talk for, me na this, me na the country. But Napoleon and Raman Soare, they stood like Raman Soare, people that we know in history, where they tell we, he was being reprimanded, he was punished because they give jobs to people that we then deem fit say na Sierra Leoneans on the side of the LCPP. So when he gets his position, people are really happy about him. And congratulations, my dear brother. Umar Napoleon, also congratulations to you for a new ministry where you don't held. Now you get for go take over your big brother. So you see where you man cack, a cack like a cack loss, where a crab loss, where if you not drag, I know they come out. So congratulations, Umar Napoleon Kroma. Your new role, we wish you well as you predecessor don't make the place very sexy and loving. You could come and ride on them. Congratulations to you again. So now we get the burning of the narcotic. Now Yankuba Bio said they do well. That young man, we assume say is the best. They don't do well in port authority. For me, you see drug can you country. You look at and pay say this are the burner. This go bring boku money in the country, right? But at the burner, see cartons, two full 40 feet containers, too. Then burn all. Who does that? Salomon, we just bad to ourselves. When I use the word we bad to ourselves, when they can say we're not good for this nation. Salomon get bad at how you go car with tramadol loaded with high milligram or can put on your country. By the time then you incur all this. At the end of the day, waiting they happen, you see, now lifts and the lifts are una listen. Because some mango can talk, say, oh, na empty container them born, or na empty cartoon them born, you see. And they lift and come up from outside a day with the crane. And they go and open them. When they open, I want to go see exactly how the thing they. So we just congratulate Yanko Babio for that great work we do. And we hope, say, other Sierra Leoneans then go emulate that and know say drug not to something way for Canada this way country. And anybody will try that, it just try for kill himself and be sure say he do the wrong thing. The program na Ecko morning show. Well, President Bill do the Bobo Jama yonde now. When are the appointment, right? When are they a pull some man saying a demotion, but we not look at and saying a demotion. The fact of the matter, we not sack them. At least he can then go near to them, for let them go sit down near and let them they talk to her now. Say, okay, this money business, like the Minister of Finance, this money business, President Naswa once lay they do, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Naswa once lay you go they advise foreigners then when they can hire or so and so. So we do not see any of those appointments or anything as demotion or here. The fact of the matter, they are still in the system. They are still part of the menu. They are still eating part of the menu. The only thing they are being promoted to the State House. Whereas now that they see President eye to eye, Kojuma. So we go be opportune or talk to Police Media One, make it can tell we about this burning of the drug. The program na Ecko Morning Show with a live on with Facebook channel and YouTube, whereas with the broadcast live now with 48 Shaka Stevens Street address. Wanna stay tuned as with this guy for reach out to Police Media One, may it tell we how the process go and waiting been day inside them to container then when a 40 feet. Good morning and welcome to Ecko Morning Show, sir.
Yes, pleasure for having me.
All right. Media One, we noticed say yesterday when I been in Atoko, and before when I go na Toko, when I been there also na Port Authority. Run we through exactly what's been happen, sir.
Yes, we present Port Authority get to do with a consignment of narcotic drugs arrested, which was over 396 tons. So do tests we are followed. We again for lead to court order, and the court order therefore instruct the Toko when the transnational organized crime unit to destroy that consignment. So on that note, yesterday we alerted all stakeholders, including the Fort Estates. We moved the two container to Hastings and performed the necessary ceremony, of which the forensic man be able to ascertain the fact that it's not dropped away a handful to human heads. And not good to youth. Following that one, a lot of other stakeholders will be present, make statements, and we take control. The dump is out. We own that. So that was just like part of the responsibilities of the transnational organized crime unit.
All right, Media One, for the purpose of this with viewers then with the watch out, would I exactly bring in this 396 cartons of drug we amount to two container? Would I exactly bring that in? Sierra Leone?
Well, yesterday that one was not explained, owing to the fact that the matter been the under investigation to really ascertain the person we own the container. You know, that side again now processes, then get the way where they do things, of which somebody today outside is ship something, carry it, and it will be very difficult for even tracer. When especially it don't alarm now, but the matter also be under investigation. But for let it not circulate, that was just the order of the court to say let the distress wise the remaining will be kept for further investigations when a few sample for examination purpose at court level.
Well, Media One, this drug has been in the country for quite a long time, more than weeks now. Yes, wanna keep on secrets for let the public know until now. Why wanna not go able to ascertain whether na the person we carry it and for let the public know say now this individual they carry drugs now in country rather wanna just they say it they under investigation.
when you talk about drugs issues, now we're organized business. And when you talk about an organized issue, not to one person they can, two, three person they can together, well plan and look at all the possibilities we facing and will be track and find ways to prevent all those things. So in investigating research, it gets a processes and procedure way not to event we go start today and end tomorrow. But the matter still under investigations. As the investigation they unfold, we must bring somebody responsible for that one. Equally so, it has happened in other cases we are in. At the tail end, we're able to get a headway out of it and charge the matter they took us, including even those by the importation. So that is just uh, the circumstances surrounding that particular event.
All right, yesterday one at another place after the burning, we've been getting information say youths then go there, then begin to go dig out the place. Una been know of that?
No, 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 no. That not be ever happen. Because now a fenced place and we be get other people surrounding that one, except the time we some of who we don't let. But at that initial stage when they set fire, nobody no get my go near that side because of the gravity of the fire.
All right, now that this drug they come inside the country all the time, waiting are the more modalities they wanna don't put in place, or be sure say it not come at all because the manifest they come first owner, right? They can port authority, and then una they know who not get a name there on the bill of lading. So how and which mechanism una get for put in place for be sure this drug menace stop now this country.
Um, this is for being a concerted and a concerted effort of each and everybody because the acting point of the criminals or drugs specifically not through the community. So the community's need for come on board for share timely and vital information with the body responsible to ensure say, we combat this menace in society. But also drugs now a global issue and most of those things uh, are majorities are not manufacturers here. So even the push, the compartment of these things they come bit by bit. But if society decide today to say no to this and willing to assist the relevant authorities in the fight against these things, it will be very easy. We don't do with level best. Now recently you see inside we unveil a state of the art laboratory to ascertain some of those things. With a trained and qualified police officers manning that unit to ensure we speed up some of those investigations. And for the period under review, over 243 matters convicted at courts. Based on these, I mean, the effort of other bodies, the effort of security apparatus, including the transnational organized crime unit. So these are key things put in place to ensure we combat these things. But again, we encourage citizens to come on board with relevant and timely information sharing. That will also help to salvage this situation.
All right, Media One, this could be my last question to you. Citizens will come and say the drug we una born yesterday, na cattle una born. And you said don't talk say some of them they as exhibits. So the ordinary person where they look and get for watch, listen to this, which assurance you could give them on the side of a police security apparatus that everything we been born yesterday, it was real and nothing not the way they circulate now the country for we brothers and sisters for consume.
Yeah, that particular consignment, if I was also take up, we will deal with journalists where they like. The count again will open up bit by bit. So for ensure say not to ordinary cartoon, my consignment of the narcotics and they if I whether they send a dome, they chair the cartoon, they see they all, I mean states, broadcasters, we are there. We talk about the SFBC, we talk about the AYP, we talk about even this on a platform. and also other media platforms, both electronic and print media. They were there to see and witness that indeed the items where they pull harbor na in they can open and see and display and burn in a few view of other people so that this no will ever circulate in society again or resurface in society again.
Any final word to the public?
Yes, the message has to do with cooperations and collaborations. Other countries don't succeed, not because of the might of the security, but because of the cooperations and collaborations of all stakeholders, including the citizens we are providing the necessary security for. We need to come on board for the sure say this not only, anything that has to do with security related issues. Therefore, be quickly informed. With the slogan, when you see something, you say something, so that we, the security apparatus, will always be willing and ready to respond, timely respond to some of those situations to salvage further disruptions of life and properties in our respective community.
All right, thank you very much.
Pleasure for having me this morning.
All right, in name now police in the police media one, we talked to this morning with regards to drug issue, and you don't make that clarification that indeed everything was born for allay the fears of citizens. We go feel say the drug will circulate now the country. The program na Ecko Morning Show. We get for be joined soon by Samuel and Sumana Tonti. I think I called it properly. It's UNTI Tonti. In the Director of Operations and Pricing, National Petroleum and Regulatory Authority. The program na Ecko Morning Show. We'll take a quick commercial break, and when we come, our guests will be welcoming. Stay tuned. We have two segments, however. The first segment and the second segment is going to be with politicians. Stay tuned.
Do you want to enjoy the much needed fiber internet facility for both home, office, and business growth? Then Fastnet Sierra Leone is your answer. Fastnet SL Limited offers you unlimited network with seamless opportunity to surf the internet anyhow with an affordable money to pay for. Our service is fast like a flash, and our bandwidth is the best in Sierra Leone. With Fastnet, your internet doubt is over forever. Also with Fastnet, you will love to enjoy the world of digital reality as much as you can. We are service-oriented, customer-friendly, and we are here to give you the best out of the rest. We are located at Madungo Town, opposite Water Street off Congo Cross in Freetown. For more inquiries, you can contact us on 079-834047, 074-982-125. Fastnet, always connected.
Enjoy digital banking services with Sierra Leone Commercial Bank by using our SLCB mobile app, SLCB Visa card, SLCB Money app, SLCB Corporate Internet Banking, our ATMs, and POS machine 24/7. Banking made easy with Sierra Leone Commercial Bank for your convenience.
Indeed, Afri Money, the program na Ecko Morning Show. This segment is being sponsored by Afri Money, the app where they give you fast money. And I max it. Be sure for be part of the system so that you will make them fast. This is Ecko Media. With the live now 48 Shaka Stephen Street. Apologies, I said max it. Now Afri Money. It is not max it. Max it is orange. And we just been joined by Samuel and Sumana Tonti. Did I pronounce your name well?
Samuel and Sumana Tonti.
Tonti. Okay, Tonti. All right. So Sumana Tonti, in the Director of Operations and Pricing, National Petroleum and Regulatory Authority. They are for let's talk to me about the cleaner energy fuel within the car with now in the country and the pricing, because people then they cry a lot about things then where they happen, especially in the the fuel industry, not only the fuel industry, the transport, so they all they work side by side. But before we talk to Ansumana, we go on for quickly play the views of Sierra Leoneans to make waiting the layman they feel out there. Wanna stay tuned. We want for play a video for Ansumana first. After the video, then we go get for welcome and talk to him so that I know exactly how the layman feel out there. If the video is not ready, good morning and welcome to Ecko Morning Show.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
All right, so Ansumana, before the video is ready, I think we
This little for ask questions. So they happy this one is what they can do. Yes, it penetrates me because why? Me I pay 5 million for come down for marathon come down. They had to pay 10 euro, but now it's about 15 euro. They don't give us 100%, but me 99%. It affect me. The people they strain, what the cost of living, where did they get? Not to me now too much. But some man they wait till they get paid for the day, they get that. But it get people offline. I want to go offline now. From now to go, we want to go now from now to go. It take kind of more than 500,000. Yeah. So me this one it affect me great. So 99% it affect me. True. Yeah, me that's Sylvester Masakwe.
To me, what I think about the country, one, first of all, we know we produce nothing. And we don't get storage factory now, we say we will pass how many trillion fuel, diesel or petrol for say lost one. Even though it short itself, like example like Guinea. Guinea there, if you short in it, they still better than because they get storage. You know get an aya. So if you fuel go up, no just blame the government. Now from the money and the way they supply Guinea. And then the state of Umuzona, Iran, the main Saudi fuel they go outside world. When they don't block, we shall feel the Komokaya. No get it. So if you feel go up, no blame government. We have made the last time they say, well, we feel long time no back. The price, waiting the transportation, Saudi Blampiamos, that's say, me as for me, left I shall be day. I said, because fear this way go up, there is still a go to our back, and I indeed now this issue. So you see, me and my own talk Sunday. Well, the message, I can tell all my say, Africa is Africa, no beer. We will produce anything for say, no do this, no do that. Anyway,
No fear. It above with the citizen. One, the food stuff we can go up just so. Then the transportation we might get up. So we are man, and we find it very difficult to make we live in. It's a thing is in a country, it's a thing hard. We go tell to the government that I will appeal to them. It can be the big one, and be the papa and the mama and the country. We appeal to them. Let them adjust the fare system and the country so that things will easy and things will normal for we. We the layman there.
the price so that it's up enough fair to we as citizens of this nation because we as citizens, everything that's not SPL up, everything they come up. So all the other commodities that they see say that all they come up. So the layman they feel them because everything just they can go wire. So as a result, they really not happy for CC then kind of thing they go on at this country. Because things are so difficult this now in season. People are the member for school fees for picking them and just don't school don't lock or the member school they can't pay September, they feel long can go up, some picking them get for go holiday, some picking them don't go holiday. So at the end of the day, you know, that is stress to the parents then. That affect the operation because how it affect the operation, everything, even the layman how they sell plazas have they can go up. So whether you take transport or you not take transport, everything they go up as a result of the fare loader is up. Well, I would like.
All right, that's not the views. Samora, that's the views of Sierra Leoneans. We before we get to you, we decide for going on the streets. You yourself know how they feel. Before we go to this cleaner energy, how does that video feels to you as an ordinary Sierra Leonean, not in your capacity as director right now, but how does it feel to you as an ordinary Sierra Leonean?
Thank you very much. First of all, I want to tell you thank you and also tell family and thank you.
Mm-hmm.
We're actually able for at least hear their voice,
Mm-hmm.
and let we all know within they happen across the country.
Correct.
I want to tell Sierra Leoneans, not only Sierra Leoneans, I want to tell we all say the most challenging times for day na the world na in day right now. The global, when we say global village, it means say we are all interconnected, positively, negatively. So whatever good where they happen around the world, it affects we all positively. Whatever challenges or bad way they happen around the world, it affects we all negatively. So we get one saying, what they say, Sierra Leoneans, we are resilient people. Okay. So let's use that resilience. We pray for at least President Trump at school, and he move a path for peace so that the world will go back to normalcy. But it's really, really challenging, not only for Sierra Leoneans, but for everybody around the world at this particular time.
All right. It is challenging, but now let's come back to Sierra Leone. Our brothers, regardless things are challenging, which mechanism the NPRA don't decide for put in place for be sure this situation is on us, Sierra Leone?
Well, one of the things we don't do as NPRA and as a government is for introduce what we call petroleum subsidy.
Okay.
As I talk now, government don't pay the oil marketing companies over $4.8 million from April to June. That's just for keep the price at economically affordable for Sierra Leoneans. Yes, the prices are high. Nobody know they shy away from that. But the international reference price is really, really high. If we can just do some mathematics, before the start of the war, refined product Platts be there around 636 to 686. That's January, February. March, it go 1,000, above 1,000. So imagine to now, where it's still there above 1,000. It's really, really challenging. If you put that into the pump, into the math, just into the data, you will have over 40,000 for diesel and over 35,000 leons for petrol. So what you will see actually is the artificial price, which means it's highly subsidized because government no one pass the full pass.
What is it artificial for me until we they somewhere we know they understand that word? Tell me what you mean by that.
What it means say not to the correct price that okay.
So when they hide the
correct price, the correct price is way above 35, is way above 40.
Okay.
But government, in wisdom, say, that will not pass all the cost to the people. Let me be a some. Government can as well say, okay, let's pass the cost, use that money there for do other things. Maybe we do the roads, we add per healthcare, we do school or other things. But government say no, let me people not suffer the high price. Let me subsidize. Like I say, the oil marketing companies to date don't receive over $4.8 million from April to date. Okay. Government still they subsidize and government ready for at least keep the pump price economically affordable. But it's too challenging because today President Trump will say, oh, we're seeking peace. Then 12 hours later, he go tweet say they bomb Iran, the most aggressive bombing we Iran ever see. Price definitely they move upwards because international prices actually they move with trends. Today, if peace day, prices will come way down. But as soon as there is uncertainty, it affects demand and supply. Once it affects demand and supply, what's in the happen? Prices go up naturally.
All right, Samura, before we go to the main crux of the matter here, the ordinary Sierra Leonean, all this way they say, yes, it go understand, but it go difficult for make you understand because fair price come to it go up when I bring them down to 32, then 32 again when I bring her up to 35. Why would I not be left to that level? Why would I be no say according to you, Donald Trump is inconsistent. Like they say one time let peace come, the other time let peace not come. Iran go be bombed. Why would I not be left at that price? But rather when I bring them down, then later when I ace up again. Were you guys pressurized, or what was the reason why when I decide for put them down and now we are suffering again?
No, we are not pressurized. Okay, we've not been there under any pressure. Okay. One thing where His Excellency the President don't always tell we that NPRA is whatever gain you see through the international reference price, kindly pass it on to the pumps.
Okay.
You don't need, una not even need for inform me.
But when I bring them down.
Just pass on to the pumps.
Okay.
And then that we don't do consistently. People remember in 2024, we reduced price about 4 times. July 1, October, November. We doing this. The reason why we do this, it's a commitment. And one of the two once His Excellency don't give you in blessing, say whatever gains you make from the plants, just transfer to the pumps instantly. So that day we don't do. So waiting happen in June 29, there's no pressure. We look at the numbers. If people will tell you, oh, government not they subsidize. Even in June, when we revised the price, okay, there was still subsidy. There was still subsidy. And we're still in a subsidy environment. The reason is, as long as you get 100% peace na the region, there will always be price movements.
Are we expecting any further raise?
Well, we just pray say President Trump will seek peace. And once he seek peace, prices will drop naturally and will reflect that to the pump.
All right. Recently, when I've been there, was it been to money? When they launch a system?
Atlantic Hotel.
Atlantic Hotel.
Yeah.
Okay. When they launch something very important to the ordinary Sierra Leone watching out there, what when been the launch and why when I decide for launch on a salon?
Well, in 2020, the ECOWAS Ministers of Commerce and Ministers of Trade, they agree on 2 important our directives. We in our directives 2009 2020 and directives 10/2020. These 2 directives now on cleaner fuel. ECOWAS been come together at that time for say we for reduce the sulfur content of petroleum products from the level where they to 50 ppm, 50 parts per million. We may say then they go improve the way how the fuel they burn at the vehicle and also the air quality where the vehicle they emit. So Sierra Leone, we don't move way ahead of that. In 2010, the clients them of the operators them, we at that time now be Africa Mineral, request for better grade. So we operators then naturally move down to 500 ppm and below. But in we books now 1000 ppm we get. But industry best practice we using 500 ppm and below. But we na NPRA alone, we don't move way ahead of that. As it is, we dey look at international reference price for 10 ppm, with the ECOWAS standard is 50 ppm. So we been gather multi-stakeholders them na Atlantic Hotel for discuss the pathway for harmonize specification for petroleum products na Sierra Leone.
All right. Now, when I don't try for Bishop, one, pollution not they take place because from waiting now they take home for we brothers and sisters. Pollution not they take place, and then we motorcar then carburetor not the poor. And now you say African Minerals. Now then I want a highest supplier.
No, at that time in 2010, now then the request for higher grade. So which means the industry been transform itself from 1,000 within the books to 500 with our industry best practice. So as it is, we still get 1,000 our books, but we importing better quality than 1,000.
Okay, so una now that's then at 2010.
Yes.
Currently, waiting at the changes one I don't make now for cleaner energy for come inside the market.
Okay, ECOWAS they look for 50 ppm. We na NPRA we already they use a benchmark of 10. So we are way below ECOWAS. So the reason why we been get a multi-stakeholders them is for communicate to then say this is the ECOWAS directive and we intend for implement them fully come 2027.
All right, tell me the difference between the fuel consumers, the different types of fuel that own the car with inside the country.
Okay, well,
like for example, United States then get premium, then get grade 1, and then get regular. So tell we for the layman, we get for buy motorcar or we they expect for drive motorcar, which kind of fuel one the car with inside the country?
Well, we car with regular gasoline or petrol. Okay, Sierra Leone they import 100% of wetin we dey consume. Wetin that dey mean? We na net importer of petroleum products. We refinery bin don lock in 1992. We mean say all wetin we dey consume na Sierra Leone na refined product, not to crude. Okay, so we dey import petrol, we dey import regular petrol, regular diesel, we dey import jet fuel wey we dey use for the planes, the aviation fuel. Kerosene, we dey downgrade jet to kerosene wey we dey use for home use. We dey import fuel oil wey we dey use for thermal plants for generate electricity. We also dey import liquefied petroleum gas, wey na cooking gas. Also, Fambugo, interesting for know say even the naphtha wey we dey use, wey we dey call coal tar, na byproduct of petroleum. So we also dey import that into the country.
So at which point Sierra Leone go begin get a premium?
Well, as it is now, we dey work on with strategic from the operators. So let's look at the possibility of where we go into differentiation of products, more especially petrol. We go for premium to regular. So if you want premium, you go for premium. If you want regular, you go for regular.
In that case, when I go for change the pump then?
No, we will not change the pumps. We'll
but
just
how person gonna say this is premium? Because overseas it is written on it, this is premium first grade or a premium plus, or the premium plus, premium and then regular. So now we go for change the pump then?
So we'll not change the pumps, we'll just add additional pumps. Okay, so the premium will be on a separate pumps, regular will be on a separate pumps.
Okay, for the layman where they watch you, all of this, how then go benefit from them?
Well, basically it improves air quality and also they improve the number how you motor the burn. Example, if you motor the burn now 5 liter, maybe by then you will able begin burn less than 5 liter. And also the air quality will be cleaner and we also enjoy safer environment.
Which other modalities the NPRA decide for put in place for be sure say the one that way they car with fear, they really license and then they follow the right steps where the authority mandates them?
Well, that's now one of the reasons why we work with multi-stakeholders. Nearly all the MDAs across the country, they are our partners. And even we the people, we serve our partners. We na NPRA, they manage 3 most important layers. 1, we na the people. Secondly, we na government. And thirdly, we na the investors. So every layer, okay, not if you will see there so, while if electricity not there, and even the electricity company, then they use either diesel or fuel oil for give light. So petroleum and fossil fuel is part of life.
Sierra Leoneans go understand say all this way they talk now a talk for una make things sweet. At the end of the day, how then we will identify say the fuel one the car with now indeed the premium fuel or the pump one the add now right not to the wrong one then they sell and give?
Well, we want for at least one of the 2 way we don't do as NPRA is for improve the trust among we and the consumers. That's now one of the reasons why intermittently and now they do aggressively, they get media engagement and we also they get community engagement because we want for improve the communication. Before, as you see NPRA say, oh, price don't go, oh, price they can go. But now, you know, we educate the public on several things, not only on prices. So one for build that trust. Once we continue with that trust, we ensure say we give them the best quality of product. That notwithstanding, even with we partners them, like Sierra Leone, with Sierra Leone Standards Bureau, we don't reject over 5 vessels we carry with bad products. We'll continue we work as NPRA with robust regulations and make sure say we give Sierra Leoneans the best.
Well, before we come to the 5 vessels where we don't reject, liability na a bigger thing with other countries than they take. Now, when they say when they bring this cleaner energy or cleaner fuel in the country, should Sierra Leoneans they understand say the fuel we una car with 9 bonding carburetor, somebody car with a new motor car. I remember there was a situation wherein somebody buy a very expensive motor car, then go put the wrong fuel inside. If that happen, una go be liable for that person motor car.
Well, one of the 2 way we don't always they do is forget engagements and also public education.
Okay.
Example, even the operators, they now they do them, and they do some even short videos, and they do some social media adverts.
Okay.
When you go now the stations, okay, be careful and also make sure say you talk to the pump attendant, communicate clearly and directly. Be obvious of what you want. Hey, I want petrol, oh diesel. Okay. Just make sure say you know exactly what you want and whose product you vehicle they use. Example, if I go na station, I tell I begin go get say, oh na petrol and diesel I want. If na pump attendant we not attentive, by tell you tell and say na petrol or na diesel, they only pump something else. So it happen. You get issue with your vehicle. But mostly the dealers them can solve that for the customers then. Say, oh, it's a mistake between both of us. I mean, pump attendant and pump for you. Even though now you communicate, whether you don't communicate clearly, I don't know. But let's solve them as quick as possible and amicably.
In that case, what they can do? They can drain them.
What thing they do? Then they go down the motor car in tank, then drain them thoroughly, then they put the correct fuel.
All right, now to una from the MPRA side, where now una they car with fuel in the country. If you car with the wrong fuel or you car with the right fuel, or either, you go inside me motorcar, then me motorcar end up for poor, regardless who that pumper, but na the right fuel. And me motorcar poor, una they talk about this greener energy or greener fuel. Waiting will be una liability.
Well, as it is now, okay, the product will carry it. We'll make sure say from the inception of the vessel loading, we get the specification. So we'll always make sure say you come with the right specification. But in instances where the specification don't meet Sierra Leone standard, we'll definitely not tolerate her. We'll return her back. So in 2 occasions, okay, if you come with the wrong fuel, we'll definitely reject her. And that then you losses. Because we cannot afford for gamble with Sierra Leoneans, their lives and their property.
Now, let me look at the pricing before we come to them 5 vessels there. Or before we go to the 5 vessels, you talk about 5 vessels when I don't reject them.
Yes.
Conflict of interest. You know, if you say that same vessel when I reject, somebody was somewhere doing a phone call and say, but when I left fambo, na me fambo. For example, Joseph Nain gets this and Mary Nain get this, but then Joseph is connected. He don't carry this vessel. At the end of the day, don't you think those 5 vessels are still within circulating in our vehicles?
No, never.
Somebody tell me before you go to never. Somebody tell me say as long as motorcar reach, as soon as motorcar reach na salon, even when it come overseas, as you reach here, we don't get fuel 1, 2. The next minute, engine don't light. So you know if you say now that's not the reason.
I don't know the engineering technicalities when they use for that day, but it's not possible. The reason is when we reject fuel, when they only reject them for Sierra Leone's standard, we reject the vessel thoroughly. Example now, I will take this example to aviation. If Sierra Leone is short on fuel for aviation for the next 1 month, we'll communicate that to ICAO. When are they in charge of aviation around the world? So ICAO will inform all planes when they fly to Sierra Leone. Say, come so date, fuel not go be available. So similar thing with vessels. Once we don't reject them, and one of the reasons this why we want harmonize Ecko specification. Before, once you reject it will go somewhere and dump them. That's fine. But now, once we reject it will be rejected across the region.
Okay, why being rejected across the region? What una they do? Una don't reject them. Una not they able for spill out?
No. Once we reject them, we send them back. It's 2 ways. You take them to the refinery, you add additives for improving quality. We not get refinery here, so we can't take the risk. So now the reason that we make the send them back.
Okay, before we come to refinery, we see Aminata and Sons, they do projects now Wataki. Waiting down the day for.
Well, Aminata and Sons then tank now Wataki now for store diesel.
Okay.
Because of the kind of environment. During the early 80s and mid 70s, now Shell been the store diesel day.
Okay.
What they use for the seagoing vessels. But with time, the property become dilapidated and it be owned by somebody else. So Aminata take her over, then buy her over, then rehabilitate and do some massive construction around that same vicinity there. But because of backward integration, the community don't change entirely as it been there before. So as it is now, it only permissible for store diesel. So now they are mean they store diesel, we then they sell to the market.
All right, so now we come to the pricing. Then greener energy, I want the car with for we motorcar then let them last long. Run with through the pricing. How wanna get for do the premium, premium plus, premium, and then the regular. Waiting get for be the pricing as you know director.
Well, in natural, once it's premium, the prices will be different from regular.
And if you say salon go meet that standard.
No, it's obvious. People will still go for it. Even in Ghana, you get premium, you get regular. If you na regular you want, you buy regular. If na premium you want, you buy premium.
What if you come with premium and then regular done, and then somebody not able for buy premium? Waiting go be.
Well, even now we get similar situation. Okay, now kerosene not they selling at the market.
Why?
Okay, because most people don't transform into Chinese lights or so. So waiting they happen. Even the construction company they need kerosene for mix them bitumen when a coal tar. So what they do, they go to the operator say I want kerosene, but the operator not get kerosene. So what he does, he downgrade the jets when at the aviation fuel to kerosene. He sell them to the consumers.
How did they do that?
Okay, what happen? They are just basically the same products.
The petrol and the kerosene.
No, the jets and kerosene.
What's in a jet?
Jet na aviation fuel, like plane they use.
Okay.
So jets and kerosene are just similar products, but the usage make them get different name.
Okay.
Where they use them for aviation, they call them jets, aviation fuel. Where they use them for kerosene, they call them domestic kerosene. So they will downgrade the jets to kerosene, then sell the kerosene to the construction company. Good one. So similar, if regular not available, they will downgrade the premium to regular, then sell to consumers.
All right, the program na Ecko Morning Show in name na Samora and Sumana Tunti. Yes. Na ya for make it talk about the fuel, the greener fuel where they want for bring and we take one commercial break, and when we come back, we go try for round up as we next guest they don't come in. Stay tuned.
Free money, no sonko sonko. Free money, no sonko sonko.
And I hate to work every day for better life for you. And I hate tax to saloon, make developments come true.
Fambulu Nakusheo, this is a message from the National Revenue Authority, NRA. The NRA they tell all man say, now you right for ask for your GST receipt where you buy na any GST business, like a building material shop, electronic shop, supermarket, and other GST business them. But NRA don't take notice say, plenty business no they give receipts according to the GST law, and self, then customer them no but ask for GST receipts. Remember say, the GST law na salon say, now by force for let all businessmen we get the ECR machine give the correct receipt to all the customer them where they buy from anyone pandemic shop or sales point, and anytime where you buy them for give you receipt. Self, now by force for let all customer or buyer collect your receipt for anytime where you buy. Remember say, now big offense so if person broke the law. For you the customer or buyer, the punishment na big fine, and you can forfeit your goods them to government and NRA if you not show you receipt where they ask you. Say so, if you pass mark, you will go jail between 1 to 6 months. For you the businessman, if you fail forget correct GST receipt, you don't commit offense, and NRA go fine you big fine. We go pass the customer in you, and you self go jail according to the GST law. Make sure say you do your GST returns every month and pay your liability to NRA. For you that Trangayes businessman, more and more punishment dey na corner according to the tax law them na the country. For you businessman, when you get the ECR machine yet, make it so go na NRA office na Wama building, 3rd floor, 11 Ecko Street, Freetown. For go try get your machine, let the law no go bend get you tranga one bambai. It important for no say NRA officer them go then a treat just now for begin seize any markets or goods we no get GST receipt when they ask for them. So all man for make sure say it collect in GST receipt after way you don't buy. If the businessman not give you, go report them quick one. Now any NRA office near you where you buy collect your GST receipt. Where you sell give GST receipt. Yeah. Now NRA bring this message to you.
Pay tax for make.
Free money, no sonko sonko.
All right, welcome back. The program now Ecko Morning Show. Inside the studio with me, now the director of pricing at the NPRA. They for talk about the clean fuel with the ones for salon go they use with motorcar and carburetors. They not get for oil now, and of course. We get for be sure say the engine lights not the lights because of bad fuel and pollution not go take place. Sierra Leone sometimes law think big, law not they think narrow, and feel say things cannot work. So Samora, tell me some of the major challenges we wanna get.
Well, one of the major challenge we'll get is global uncertainty.
Okay.
Like you do over 1000% good work in this industry. As soon as you get instability across the globe, it tells on your work because prices will begin to move adversely. And once price move adversely, it's a challenge.
So critics where they say when they do nothing, when they no more for its money, when they put burden on Sierra Leoneans, as soon as you see from the Vox Pop what we do, what do you go tell them?
Well, I want to tell those people and every Sierra Leonean say, we na NPRA, no one put burden on any Sierra Leoneans, and we safe. But the global dynamics is very, very challenging, okay? And we want for assure Sierra Leoneans say, once there is improvement in plats, we'll transfer that improvement to the pumps instantly.
It's going to be a final statement to the one that we get for come on board or make them make sure NPRA be a better place for all of us?
Well, we want to tell all Sierra Leoneans, not only we na NPRA, but everybody for say, let's trust NPRA and we will deliver for the people of Sierra Leone.
All right, the program now Ecko Morning Show, in charge of pricing. He say he go make sure say and then go make sure say the right price reach the right consumer. What he call for now they eat. If you go to a restaurant, you say, I want for eat a stew. And somebody say, I want eat cassava leaf. So the two prices not going to be the same. We go review messages where you go reply to, and we go welcome with next studio guest. One person say, we have had environmental promises before. What concrete measures will Sierra Leoneans actually see within the next 12 months that will show this clean fuel policy is working? Another person say, what is the timeline for Sierra Leone to fully transition towards cleaner fuel and cleaner vehicles? Another person say, Tonti, please take us through why can fuel price sometimes remain high even when international oil prices are declining? I go read one more. What are the major factors that can affect the availability and price of petroleum products in Sierra Leone?
Well, maybe I start with the last one.
Okay.
We say within the factor that really affect price. Like I say, the petroleum pricing formula in Sierra Leone get two most important variables. We have international reference price, we have for refined product and the exchange rate. Thanks to the central bank, the exchange rate has been stable for a while. Okay. Sierra Leoneans go members, like I say earlier, once there is global uncertainty, prices will vary. So Sierra Leoneans go members say last year for about 9 months, okay, prices remain the same. But like I say, we in NPRA will continue for monitoring the international reference plots, and also we'll review prices as we go, and we'll make sure say we transfer the gains to the pumps as soon as possible. The other person they say waiting at the timeline for cleaner fuel. We target is January 2027. Okay, that's what we target. Yes, January 2027.
Okay.
That's how we target. And that's the reason why we don't already call multi-stakeholder meetings. We'll continue as it is now. We already get the technical committee where they work towards that. We work also with we sister organizations there and institutions there, like the Sierra Leone Standards Bureau. We're responsible for standards and specifications across the country. We also somebody also asks, say most times waiting people go do but prices. One for assure Sierra Leoneans then say we'll make sure say Sierra Leoneans then get fair price and economically viable prices across the country.
All right, A9 in charge of pricing, and we go wish forget them again by January, where 9 the stipulated timeline for the products. Salon with the kind of clean feel. The program na Ecko Morning Show. Plenty thank you to the producer of this program as we get with next segments. So Samora Wickham and to NPRA also, where they help with the other time, they help with gas. So we tell them also thank you. Balwa, this program is specifically telling you that we want our gas again. We are short of fuel for our generator. Plenty thank you to everybody we come on board, the Texas. We will be having our next guest. Stay tuned for a quick commercial break.
And I hate to work every day for better life for you. And I hate taxes alone. Make developments come true.
Fambul unakusheo. This na message from the National Revenue Authority (NRA). The NRA they tell all man say now you right for ask for your GST receipt where you buy na any GST business like a building material shop, electronic shop, supermarket, and other GST business them. But NRA don't take notice say plenty business no they give receipt according to the GST law and self then customer them no but ask for GST receipt. Member say the GST law na salon say now by force for let all businessmen we get the ECR machine give the correct receipt to all the customer them where they buy from any one pandemic shop or sales point, and anytime where you buy them for give you receipt. Self now by force for let all customer or buyer collect your receipt for any time where you buy. Remember say now big offense if person broke the law. For you the customer or buyer, the punishment now big fine and you can forfeit your goods them to government and NRA if you not show you receipt where they ask you. Say way so if you pass mark you will go jail between 1 to 6 months. For you the businessman, if you fail forget correct GST receipt, you don't commit offense and NRA go fine you big fine wey go pass the customer in own and you sef go jail according to the GST law. Make sure say you do your GST returns every month and pay your liability to NRA. For you that Triangayes businessman, more and more punishment dey na corner according to the tax law them na the country. For you businessman, when you get the ECR machine yet, make it so go na NRA office na Wama building, 3rd floor, 11 Ecko Street, Freetown. For go try get your machine, let the law no go bet you Tranga one bambai. It important for no say NRA officer them go dey na treat just now for begin seize any market or goods we no get GST receipt where they ask for them. So all man for make sure say he collect in GST receipt after way you don't buy. If the businessman no give you, go report them quick one na any NRA office near you. Where you buy, collect your GST receipt. Where you sell, give GST receipt. Yeah, na NRA bring this message to you.
Free money, no sonko.
Welcome back to program na Ecko Morning Show with the live inside the studio with two honorable members. One from the All People's Congress, winner Honorable Ibrahim Barry. Good morning and welcome to Ecko Morning Show.
Good morning. Good morning to us.
So Honorable Ibrahim Barry in from Bombali districts. Now they represents. We will get for come go into quick questions. How it come into parliament. Same way, so I get Honorable Engineer Fala Tembe, where himself come out from the Kailaun districts, where now in area with the Yenga, in there for represents the Sierra Leone People's Party. Good morning and welcome to Ecko Morning Show, sir.
Yes, good morning. Thanks for that.
All right. The program here we dey discuss about the constitutional amendments where they don't pass the bill in the parliament. According to the information minister, it say the ministry they say na a bipartisan bill where them pass. Honorable Ibrahim Barry there because in come out from the other side of the aisle from the All People's Congress. We'll therefore ask the question whether it was a bipartisan bill that was passed in Parliament on Monday. Honorable Ibrahim Barry, I have to start with you. Was the bill a bipartisan bill that was passed yesterday, Monday in Parliament?
It was not. We have two rebel MPs where these are two people where they come elected under the APC ticket when Honorable Mohammed Bangura and Honorable Thompson. We call them rebel MPs because these are MPs them where the party take a position immediately after the election, say we have to protest because of the irregularities of the elections. We all don't agree, both for parliament, local council, that we not participate in governance until we find a way out. Mohammed Bangura and Thompson go against the party position. So far, they've been suspended members of the party, awaiting NAC decision. Awaiting the national convention who they meet with at the highest body. And then these are people who consistently don't vote against the party position. The election of the speaker, the auditor general, a removal, and then this last one, we saw openly where people like Mohammed Bangura in the debates and on the other side. But we're not surprised when we be the cons and plan for ensure say we go as a team. We call ourselves 52 members, therefore we can say the B52. Don't have 54%, but they're always they on the side of the government. They don't forget the party we make them, the party we give them symbol. So, and I believe say what happened on Monday, today at the public view, everybody see it reached to a point where the speaker make a ruling where we realize it at that moment, what thing they happen from here on, an act of treason, and we the distance ourselves away from her. And I want to read something when I
But Honorable, before you go to section 108, where we know say an entrenched clause. And the other one, I think one
not to entrenched, section 108 they talk about
the general court.
Constitution.
Okay. Before we cancel that, you use a word where you say treason. Are you deliberate about that word?
I am deliberate about it. That's why I want you to.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. I will just want to do that quick one.
Of our Constitution. The title,
the honorable member should be guided.
They are coming to
parliament.
And I make a say answer.
What section 108, the title of alteration of this constitution.
Correct.
Anything we get for do the alteration of this constitution, with the reference, okay? And then 108 we say, it say any suspension, alteration, or repeal of this constitution other than the authority of parliament shall be deemed to be an act of treason. Other than, it say any suspension, alteration, or repeal of this constitution. So this constitution are the ground law. Any illegal touch on her, an act of treason. We participated from the pre-legislative hearing. We later make a position say we are ready to fully contribute to the constitutional amendment bill, and we support progressive reforms, such as the reform we call for, let we make them into law that women there will get minimum 30% electable seats in all electable positions. We support them, we stand with them. We also stand with the other reform we say, or let we diasporans then get a chance to participate in the governance at both parliament elected levels. We support them. We support reforms we call for example, for make them into law for the security sector, for be neutral, politically neutral in election issues. I think the only two contentious issues in this entire amendment bill were normal for any constitutional amendments or any critical legislative instrument, you know, they come with a bill or something like that. Now, any parliament at the world, you expect, say, all waiting the government wants. Now, everybody for the in favor. I make the draft out of this constitution and the founding fathers of democracy all over the world ensure, say, for any constitution, be it in Ghana, be it in Nigeria, you get forget what you got safeguards. The reason why make it again safeguards today, now because they know say mortal man by nature we are selfish. When you come, you want for pass law them, when they prolong you stay, when they protect you. So because they don't want let somebody abuse it, and I made them put them safeguards there. For example, in America, we don't have Trump come, he want to remove the citizenship birthright. He wanted to remove it. But because now the third amendment, and then in one thing as a president able to remove her, it referred to the Supreme Court. And guess what? The Supreme Court right now out of the 9, you get 5 conservative, then you get 4 liberals. But always they get 5 conservative, they sit down and look and say, this is beyond the president, and this could hurt generations. Everybody, this is the land of the free. We're born here, you get it for because in America. They reject her, and not coming to law. So now that make in Sierra Leone, they put and say 108 for alter this constitution, if not entrenched clause, where the list now 1083 SC. Even after we get 2/3, you for send them back to a referendum. The entrenched clause is there. If not to an entrenched clause, it specifically they deal with B, 2B. It says a bill for an act of parliament under this section shall not be passed by parliament unless 2B, the bill is supported on the second and third reading by the vote of not less than 2/3 of the members of parliament. And my sister, I'll show you something very interesting. Musa Sierra Leoneans for know the insincerity of the SLPP parliamentary group and the speaker in ruling. They had to go and lobby to paramount chiefs, PCMPs. So come, if I would get one PCMP will be sick all when they admit say a camp for camp votes. They had to lobby to even the opposition. If you had an intention that na simple majority you dey go use for amend the clauses of the constitution there, we not to entrench. If you have that intention, you not be need them. They not be need the paramount chiefs. It is on record, and that video will come out very soon. It is on record that the deputy speaker of parliament, Honorable Ibrahim Tawa, he was asked by Amadou Lamran and a Truth Media that how this vote get for day. Because remember, during the Lara Telopias, in own a ruling, the speaker say, now, use 91, voting in and present. He say in parliament, than for the auditor general. So they asked Honorable Tawa, who deputy speaker, and he made it categorically clear that the amendment of the bill indifferent. This requires 2/3 of the totality of MP. And he even used the word say, they're not able to pass the constitution without APC. And in the appeal for the APC not work out. He said because if APC work out, the constitution not pass. He said that.
So what change? What change now?
What change? Now an abuse of the constitution. We're dangerous. It's very dangerous. What in the speaker do so? The reason we make it dangerous. You have the speaker get the power of the High Court judge, but he make a ruling where we say instead confused about the ruling. He said this may ruling what I make would send him for interpretation to the Supreme Court. But the mistake where the speaker do now, now that when you want to do such, you request for that interpretation there, and upon the ruling of the Supreme Court, and that interpretation, that ruling of the Supreme Court, now you will use or make your ruling. But what he don't do now, he is the third most powerful man in the country. After this president, the vice president, and the speaker of parliament. He is the referee and the arbiter in parliament. You don't make a ruling. You don't find 1 or 2 for support you make. Then now you say you refer to the Supreme Court. So automatically, you don't try for influence the Supreme Court. You know the danger of this, my sister? If this go through, our democracy is dead. Because it means anybody can come and any clause where you see say no good for her, for let enhance himself my power, it can no more say no go remove her. And you don't need 2/3 again. Now just simple majority.
All right, Honorable, we also get section 91 where it says majority members present.
In fact, before I open the constitution,
Okay.
I'm on TV, and they tell una say section 91 is not applicable.
Okay.
It's 100% not applicable.
Why not applicable?
Because they talk about amendment of the constitution.
So this majority.
Now, inside that section 91, read the first 3 lines or the first 3 words. It says you say except. You know the day? It says except as provided in this constitution. And 108 now, one of those exemptions.
Okay.
108 now the only section we titled alteration of this constitution. It means now 108 define if you want pull comma, if you want pull full stop, if you want change any wording. Now 108. Now 108 tell we how we for amend an entrenched clause, and now 108 tell we how for amend non-entrenched clause. So section 91 they talk about procedures of voting for any other voting procedure, but amendment of the constitution, section 91 not applicable.
All right. So the All People's Congress pull out a press release where we want for sure the public, and that press release, not only that, we want for let you interpret to we, because the wording is perfect, but then for the layman where they watch, we're not going to read this. What in this press release mean, Honorable?
Yeah, thank you so much. The press release say the APC distance itself from the purported passage of the constitutional amendment bill. We distance ourselves from them because, like we say, people and they when are with people, they we say, "Una not for don't work out." Eventually, una for some don't abstain. Even the former majority leader of the All People's Congress and Parliament, Honorable Ibrahim Bodo, say, "Una for the work out." Let me say this: we plan to stay throughout the process, and we debated. We even been get a plan say when you reach to the vote, also we get division like the PRNB. If we go vote on that day, at that moment they will participate through abstinence, which means we find a way, a strategy for ensure say one not say single member of we abstinence na voting procedure, section 46, SO 46 2 of the standing orders. They say when they call you for votes, you can go vote yes or no, or you can choose for abstain. Or the client say you did against that provision. But when you do that abstinence day, it means you don't participate by this voting. Just that you participate, no. Because the government have then need for prove a 2/3. Now, the moment the speaker make a ruling, saying a simple majority, that moment we don't see say, hey, this is unprecedented. And this, according to section 108 of we constitution, is say any alteration, any removal or suspension or amendment of the clause illegally, not treason. And therefore, as the main opposition, we don't want to participate in any treasonable action. So now that make at that level, we leaders say we not get the power to change the mind of the speaker anymore. We honorable than a Koroba. It show all the evidences from a legal perspective. He give all kind of examples. But the speaker, we don't get a fixed decision. At the end of the day, when we make that decision, we have to work out because we no one participate in treasonous act. Because 108 of the Constitution say any illegal touch of the Constitution are treason. So we people always say, if we don't sit on day, no. If we sit on day, that moment we have participated, we don't give legitimacy to that act way 108 called treason.
All right, Honorable Falala, I come to you now. You don't hear me waiting you brother say, and at the start it's from the speaker in statements where he say, now they need clarification from the Supreme Court. Having this threshold for voting, was there a need for votes or was there a need for clarification before voting?
Okay, thank you. Thank you again. So apparently, before I respond to your question, I will respond quick, or I can answer your question there.
Yeah, you can answer my question in between because you have a set time.
The obvious answer is yes.
Okay.
What we did was procedural, and that is parliamentary, and that's the best way to go out. You see, my sister, the APC then at this country, they feel say whatever they feel like doing, whether it's wrong therefore just go ahead and do it. So that's why it don't become monotonous of the even for the boycott, for the walkout of parliament. But the constitution very, very clear. Very clear. Let's read for you section 91.1. We, you know, I don't know whether na interpretation problem then get or what. It says, except as otherwise provided for in this constitution, any question proposed for decision. On that day, we are making decision in parliament shall be determined by a majority of the votes of members present and voting. Members present and voting when you make a decision. For let you bring in, for example, His Excellency don't so do well for the woman then at this country that more than 50% of the population of Sierra Leone are women there. They don't decide, say, okay, they say don't they contribute to the political space. Lord will give them 30%. That 30% we want for make like Ikana the constitution. APC say no. Now
You want to say they not agree to the 30%?
They're not agreeing. I make them boycott. Because if you boycott, if you boycott, if you don't day you vote.
Never.
Then if you be done there you vote, we should say you support.
We collectively.
But when you boycott, it means definitely you not agree. Also, we see the very APC then sack the vice president of this country, Sansumana, just like that. Madabio they say, for let this country get peace, for let this country not continue for day in bad hands, Lord will make sure say, Lord we amend that side and we bring down the constitution. Say for let anybody come, whether you're a president, man or woman, you know, for just sack your vice president. Lord bring her. APC denied. Say no, we not ready for that. For let we brother then, we get to do our citizenship. APC be don't kick against them, of course. That they all know. Say to see not they be MP now. This trip, His Excellency the President don't say we will be going to APC. Do a lot of support their brother. They let them call them they part of we. They march out of parliament. They not support the bill. So these are all the goodies we entrench in this. But let's read for you the 108 where they talk about. Section 108(2)(b) reads. He say a bill for an act of parliament under this section. I want to let you underline the word under this section. Shall not be passed by parliament unless before the first reading of the bill is published in at least 2 issues of the Gazette. Then they withdraw. Look onto the B side. He said the bill is supported on the second and third readings by the vote of not less than 2/3 of members of parliament. Now, there is an interplay between 108 and 91.1. When are they with brother the noble interpretation? When they noble interpret. So I make the speaker, they say, though in the rule, but it is seek an opinion. You get me? For further, for the future. Because if you say members of parliament, is it all the members of parliament present? Or is it the entirety of the members of parliament of the lifetime of that parliament? So there is ambiguity in that. So for let you go say, you do hold on to 108 constantly, to me, it don't make any sense. But let me shock you.
Why you say not make sense? Not to the constitution, not to inside.
Now the constitution because the
constitution one that they try for ratify or change.
So why it not make sense for let you hold just 108?
Okay.
You talk about the constitution of Sierra Leone. The constitution of Sierra Leone get different provisions.
Mm-hmm.
So if you the single out one, you interpret and you way solo, you go miss the point. But if you hold 1 and 2 constant, you try for compare them, put them together and interpret them, then you get an headway. So, but let me shock you. The bill will come to parliament.
Mm-hmm.
For example, the search and nomination committee, we will be on for inject. Okay? Where APC say they need, we tell them, say, okay, if you say you need such a nomination committee and the definition, you get me for consultation, It's almost the same because such a nomination are for like consult them.
Okay, Honorable.
Let me learn on this, please.
Yes.
Sorry, 1 minute. So this such a nomination we they talk about, plus we they try for say no, let's define consultation is the same. So therefore, this such a nomination, not even the part of the constitution. So how you go begin the seek for 2/3 of something we not even exist at the constitution of Sierra Leone? And in I don't see the constitution of this country now the ground norm. So how can you be seeking 2/3 for something we not even exist? You know, now dead elephant. Would they try for bring her in? And they matched off.
But it was the recommendation from the tripartite. That is one. Then, Honorable, also,
Yeah.
if you look at the tag where you try for explain, which of the all of this way you don't explain, where the APC not agree at all? Is it entirety? Everything they say they not agree, like the 30% women, the to SIM, the search nomination fee committee. Now all then decide say they don't want to wait and walk away. Is that what you're explaining?
Okay, so fine. So implicitly,
Yeah, you're not good to.
implicitly, that's what I am saying. Because na simple logic. If you get 3 things there, you say you want 1 or 2, you don't want the 1. But the law say you have for vote, you get for participate in the voting process. But if you let go all 3, say, well, I'm not interested in it. So it means 1, in the first place, you are not performing your role as a member of parliament. Boycotting means you don't deceive the people of this country we ask una for can represent. Because as a member of parliament, the role now for let them in a parliament for debate, and now for let them in a parliament for represent, and now for let them in a parliament, you get me, for showcase the position. So if you not vote, you debate, but you not agree vote. So you not represent you people. So in other words, yes, if you ask me, all the other thing there, if they talk on a lip service, but they're not proven, and in parliament, the only way you be able to showcase the fact, say, this, it don't go to the hands that, say, me, Honorable Engineer Tengbe, I support or I not support, now we vote. When you vote against, that should say you did against the motion. When you vote in favor, it should say you did in favor of the motion. But let me tell you, we get boku then at this bill, we so good.
You aware of the video where it claims say Honorable Taiwa, when at the deputy speaker, make a
it's a public interview.
Yeah, so that's not news to me. But let's even assume say, Honorable Tawa make that statement.
Even in be
law assume
say be not saying at 2/3.
No, not fake. Then they misinform the public.
We don't need to.
Because if you be the Canada, you for don't car with the video for sure saying so Honorable Tawa.
No, na claim na make we ask you. You aware of the statement?
No, I am not aware. But even my position is even if law say Honorable Tawa say so, what me and you for rely on are the constitution.
Okay.
And the constitution has read verbatim.
Was it not the constitution Tewa spoke about? Or is it something different?
Well, I don't know, so I cannot comment on what I am not privy to.
All right.
So, but let's assume, say, even at that Tawase, we go by the dictates of the Constitution, and the dictates of the Constitution, as enshrined in Section 91(1), clearly they tell you, say, now simple majority of members of Parliament present and voting, you go use for especially provisions where they now this particular bill will come. So how you will go for 2/3 of provisions we actually not get entitlement for be voted for 2/3? So this is where they miss the point. If they mean don't they follow up, they forever understand.
All right, now that they don't work out, is that something good for your party?
That is a very defeat to democracy. And remember, in a democracy, you need the opposition. The opposition in role now for make sure see them checkmate government positively with a view of providing the correct direction. But as it is, they don't even know what they do. Because if you forgo pass a law for empower woman there, if you forgo pass a law for let you to see brother there, can't get job. If you for pass a law, let them know sack the vice president. Then you say no, I know, and then kind law and they just because of you say thing where you been done put 50% plus 1. This is what they recommended in the APC white paper by Justice Cowan Review. The tripartite agreement where they eat government money free in this country. 4 months, government pay them free. Some of who been vexed. But they eat that money they free. At the end of the day, they say they want 50% plus one. Who don't go now for let go pass now the bill and say they don't want again. How can you be trumpeting something yesterday and today you say no, I'm not interested again? So they are very disingenuous to this country. The APC, like His Excellency go say, they're not good for themselves and they're not good for this country.
You know, if they realize the truth earlier before it born.
Definitely no. How they realize the truth? Dr. I don't know, the former speaker, Dr. Bundu. They don't go tell them, say we don't get any local standing for boycott. Because even the 108 way then they rely on. 108 clearly. If you want, I can make like you the constitution. It only they refer to members of parliament. They not say all members of parliament. And let's shock you now. If we go by the numbers of we will be the present, SLPP will get 97, 2/3 of 146. One are the total number of parliament MPs they will be there. We scored the required vote. We got the 2/3, which is 97.33. And in mathematics, when you have 97.33, what do you get for do? You get for round, not to so. You never see them they round up to mathematics or down then they round up. So we scored. To me, I will say this. It is an alacrity. We got the 2/3. If even law saying that the 2/3 argument to then they go by. Because these are provisions we don't require 2/3. But law even say I say law go 2/3 of who will be there they will vote. We scored 97.33. So what in are they fail fully, they got 33%.
All right, Honorable Ibrahim Barry, lack out to you. You don't hear waiting you brother don't say. By the way, was the walkout a necessary step for the APC?
Yeah, just before I go to the issue of the walkout, you see, my sister, the reason why the founding fathers of democracy insist say we forget opposition them in envy democratic government, and because they can repeat again, man by nature, we selfish. You want them at power, we didn't have power, you want them no more forever. You know, even want them to checkmate you. You want anything what you say, all man for agree to run. But yeah, we get different segments of society. And today in that parliament, we not get NGC, we not get C4C, we not even get independent candidates. Only the opposition we told the government. You know, my brother say something. You see the confusion. They say they don't need 2/3 for amend the constitution. What you will do so? Then they don't need 2/3 for that. Then at 91 they rely on. We say voting in parliament, voting and present. Then now they say then get 2/3 because of the number. These are. Let me tell you. Now to the SO, the standing orders. And they make it clear again, say section 91 is not ever applicable to any aspect of altering our constitution. Section 91 is not up. Now make section 91 where it starts. It says except as indicated in this constitution. And the only section, I want let me brother show me any other section. One thing about the constitution, every section or chapter gets a title. This constitution where this is so. Every section or chapter, it gets a title. It gets chapter how they talk about the composition of parliament. It gets how they talk about how they remove every chapter, even the function of the president qualification. Tell me any other chapter other than 108 where they talk about alteration of the constitution.
So Honorable, waiting at the major.
The major thing what they say now, the only section of this constitution, 1991 constitution, we talk about alteration. If you want to amend something, whether not entrenched or non-entrenched clause, now 108. And this 108, it make a categorically clear, say, for amend the constitution, for entrenched clause, after 2/3, you do referendum. For non-entrenched clause, 108 2B say, you need in the second and third reading, the vote of not less than 2/3. And let me tell you about the hypocrisy what happened at this vote. Most of them, including my brother, engineer, where they are so, is a good man. They all be the, if I would be the talk to yourself, hey, Oma, we need for pass this constitution. We need for pass it. They knew that up to the morning, Now 2/3 they pass the constitution. How you go make a constitution? You go left and open. If them be left this thing open, so say na simple majority. We for don't get over 20 times amendment to this constitution because APC said been get majority the fourth parliament. So nobody no go get that intention there. Now make them say alteration of this constitution in section. And now the 44. Let's read SO 44 now. SO 44 1 in they talk about 91 where they rely on so. We say all question in the house or committee of the whole house except as otherwise provided in the constitution, and these order shall be decided by a majority. This section 44 1 they qualify section 91 where they rely so now. Now let me go to 44 3.
So let's show you now.
I'm coming now.
Yeah,
so now in the qualify 99 1 where they rely on so with not applicable to alteration of the constitution. Now SO 44 3 la read them for you now. La read them for you now. Or if you are the Gule you read that. It's a bill for an act of parliament. No, listen up. It's a bill for an act of parliament to alter provision of the constitution shall pursuant to paragraph B of subsection 2 of the entrance section 108 of the constitution require to be supported on the second and third reading by the vote of not less than 2/3. Even the Becker students see how this is clear.
All right, Honorable, whose side this bone are truth there now? Because Honorable Fallacy.
It is political.
No. Let me come. Whose side the bone are truth there? On which specific clause or which specific word? When I use not on the constitution now. Of all waiting and say the 2/3 majority, the simple majority, or the PR or the post past the post. Which one? Because it say you say some of them on a passer.
No, I don't say pastor.
No, una agree to them, like the 30% quota, una agree to them. The independent candidates, una agree to them. And also the Aden column.
Okay, let's just highlight it in a
So which one did the APC reject at all?
Fine.
At all?
So, Adea,
yes.
let me honorable not speak for my position.
Yes,
I want to say I'm categorically clear that in the 5th parliament,
yes,
the SLPP majority and the APC collectively now will pass the GW.
Okay.
That GW there, now make them into law say any party for submit na electable position minimum out of every 3 you forget at least minimum 1. And when we submitted our list for all MPs, for all councillors, we ensure that we follow that. So we not only join them for pass the GW, but we don't implement her. Today we have leader, a woman leader in our parliament, even the last parliament, the Honorable Catherine Zainab. We have every 1, 2, 3, you have woman. Now the APC bench, you have one. So how can they say we are against it? We go at this constitution, we participated at the privilege. We supported the 30% women, minimum women participation. We supported progressive reform for them with diaspora. We participated, we debated. The answers are available. The public debate today.
Did you all agree?
You know, can say we reject that. Now 2 bone of contention. When I want put this power up and people in. I don't tell people say 3 days ago, I then at the media with the Minister of Information, Liberty. The Constitution, 38, section 38 of this Constitution, it provides constituencies you for use. First past the post for elect members of parliament. Like how Ghana they do, like how Nigeria they do, like how Liberia they do, like how UK, America they do for elect and representative. And the born and when he resign so for go be prime minister and a by election and do when they elect the other MP. These are the founding fathers of democracy. Okay? Now, the PR in 2001, you know how it came about? We just come up and war. We not get constituencies. So through the leadership of President Kaba, they say, okay, let us amend that. Now that's how we get section 38A. So PR come as an emergency clause in a situation where you not get data. Now, after the 2004 census, what happened? When data are available, President Kaba, then leader of the SLPP, a progressive man, let God heaven who signed the door. He returned this country back to constituency system. President Kaba, then leader of the SLPP. After the PR, who don't get the data, he returned this country back to constituency. President Biona, the first president, we don't count PR in a peacetime na salon. PR na emergency. Now we data no dey. In a peacetime,
All right, before I go
You
to...
see? No, that just conclude that. So now, I don't give examples. We don't see countries, the Liberia, the all Naya. Where did it go? So, you can't shove it in our throat. And they don't say, tripartite recommendation 78. By the way, tripartite and recommendation, the world 3 agree on. So, we 2. The side will not agree, then call it convergence. Not so in?
Yeah.
We agree, say 78. We forgive, allow the people there, let them decide, let them include their suggestion. The biggest constituency in Salon are the religious community. We are all either Muslims or Christian. The interreligious council say we na first pass the post want. The council of parliament chief say we na first pass the post want. The civil society, they vote among themselves. They say because of direct access and a chance for all MPs accountable, na first pass the vote they want. But una say na PR una want. Uda selfish na. You are doing it because of political convenience. You see this constitution, mama? Me and you will go. President, you go. MP, you go. Speaker, they go. We all get for go one day. But the constitution, they get for be a living document.
All right, Honorable, before I come to Honorable Fala, on which grounds did you get to Parliament? Was it constituency based or PR based?
Oh, me?
Yes.
Now, I was elected in 2023. 2023, now PR, they use.
And not for Parliament.
No.
Did it favor you?
I have a constituency.
Did the PR favors you coming to Parliament?
No.
They don't agree go find them people learn. I made any phrase.
No, I am a lecturer at the University of Makeni. I went to the UK in 2018, 17 as a Commonwealth scholar. I decided to come back to my country. I came back to my community. I started as a volunteer. Teaching assistant.
No,
I went to lecture. No, just listen.
Yeah.
I've created so I've contributed a lot. That's why I was called. I am telling you that even if under constituency, I will be elected and then I will be held accountable. That will make it easy.
Did the PR favors you now that you're in Parliament?
The PR does not favor because the PR has created confusion in my district. Some people are calling me from Binkolo and Mapaki. We have a whole constituency 34. They are assuming that I am the MP for constituency 34. Ideally, we are all the 8 members of parliament for Bombali are representing all the districts as per the PR. It creates so much confusion. I get a data where I go read for you later if you allow me. The constituency they achieved on today, we not get MP. Okay, who's in Komosu? Now one of the places that we get challenged at this country, for support by the way. Yenga. Anything will happen at Yenga. Not so in they call. Why don't they call them out? Why don't they call other people there? Because you there, Sabi. So if you don't become Yenga, it means in a great gap. Now so most constituencies then are free today. They don't get other they call. Then you get side away then cluster. Normally, you get Hawaii, you get nice guy. Monitor, you get Usman Timbo, you get Honorable Mari. My sister, the PR, the SLPP, only they insist on her because of political. They know that all are the first party posts. They will not win a seat in Freetown. They will not win a seat in Poloko. So they are only doing it for political convenience. That's the only reason the SLPP are pushing for.
But why, before I can ask this question, why you say they're not going to win a seat in Freetown? Because they're not popular in Freetown and Port Loco?
Because right now, right now, they know what happened in 2007. One seat saved, they're not able to win. Right now, even the last election, 2023, if you check the Lumley vote, Deputy Speaker, Tawano for Bika Parliament. If you go, the same with Falaba, the same with Poloko. Because now by constituency, and the majority they carry it, just like how President BOB president.
The winner takes it all.
The winner takes it all.
All right, Honorable Fala, I can say you now. You don't hear me what you brother say.
You know,
I give first 2 minutes, let you react to them, and then I go ask you a question now.
Fine, that is very fair. You know, so my brother they talk about PR, the trumpeter as if nothing will not exist at all. So you see, the APC honestly they get problem. Motorman, you get for say the truth, then you show what you want.
Let's speak to the topic.
Yeah, but that's the topic, the PR.
No, saying that they have problem. Let's speak to the topic so that we know.
So the problem would they get, it just don't call UK, call Liberia without saying the facts. And the fact is, let's go to Western Europe. Out of 28 countries, 21 they practice PR. You understand? Europe, now the most developed place. After America, not so. 21 out of 28, they all. You can Africa, almost all countries, you know, reach 5 or 6 where they practice first pass.
I'll give you the data.
We are the few countries, they part of the few countries where we don't they practice first pass the post. thank God today we are part of the proportional representation system. But let me give you the advantages of the PR. One, the PR, they expand representation everywhere in the country. What in first past the post me they do? For example, in Freetown, out of 2 million population, if you get 960,000 votes, that 960,000 votes go void. You know, they get representation. So the person where they get 52%, we go get like 1,200,000 votes, in win everything. That they create political attention. It they make people not they get representation. But when you get, let's say, 500,000 people and get people they talk for them in parliament, it they dilute political attention, problem not the day, etc. Another advantage what the PR get, when you don't conduct election, you don't do replacement now just by who they on the list. We don't, as we talk now, over 6 MPs or 6 who don't replace na parliament. No by-election, nobody they not kill, government not spend money. By the way, for do one by-election under parliamentary system, you need something like 2 billion whole use. That money they law use now for the buy medicine then for we constituents there. Law use them for build schools then. Law use them for make roads. Then my brother talk about I want to ask my brother a question. Let's show me now the constitution who say such a nomination committee day. Let's show me who say 30% quota day. You get me? It's not the constitution. So therefore, for law we make a law, let the extant law, we just therefore bring that into a bill. And the bill, the provision where then they rely on Runa 108, he said no other provision not talk anything. You know, Naman they know they read. He's a lecturer, but they're lazy. Law referring to 89.3. You get the constitution. Turn on the. I go read for the public. He said the constitution also says in section 89.3 that questions in parliament, and what's in a question by the way, now something where parliament get the right for make decision on. You don't understand? He said questions in parliament are generally decided by a majority of members present and voting, except otherwise. So the constitution when you read that, it get boku angles.
So it's like now Oma holding you. Una say hold on 89.3 and 91.1.
89.3, 91.1.
And
even we also hold
108 2B.
We also hold. No, listen. Me as an individual, I also hold 108.2B. When are they in her book? Because you know ever tell you say at the tail end 108. You know 108 not ever talk say of all members of parliament present.
So the word here yesterday I hosted a political commentator. We say the word off now get the interpretation now. So this off, the drafters of the constitution not being rather no say this off could be mean anything.
Well,
2/3 majority of members and the well of parliament present. There not be these drafters of the constitution.
2/3 of the members of parliament.
The word here is off now. Off. Is this the off that is going to be
exactly? So it should be interpreted because of 14, all the members of parliament or of the members of parliament present and voting. But look at 91.1, very clear and explicit. It tell you say what's them provision there are. Una they do and clause by clause. You can use the general rule where na simple majority. So why not go with it? And una make good laws, una bring 30%, una not sack.
Honorable Fala, what is the way forward to this bill now that the APC don't walk out of parliament? What's the way forward?
So first
they don't say the process. Yeah, they walk out of the process and then say they're not agree to anything we will not put on pen and paper yonder.
So so that they should say they're very disingenuous to this country.
No, what is the way forward? It's not about what's about them. What's the way forward to the bill?
So there is no way forward. The bill has been passed.
Okay.
No.
Now opinion now we wait. You get me? If what thing we do, what we know say we do 100% correct. Come on now Supreme Court say yes, what we do correct. President definitely before even they go for go debate the bill, president go on air, they explain to the nation the relevance and importance of the proportional representation
Was that a
system.
campaign strategy?
It wasn't a campaign strategy, but this is to
No,
like let's
he appealed to the members of
remember if now being president where they go for second term,
Mhm.
you go say a campaign. But President Bio not to get for the ticket again 2028. But he want to make sure say let leave this country in good hands. Let this country not get political attention. By the way, you see, even in the president we go to parliament, na man we so peaceful, where he dey address the nation. The first way talk under peace and security, he say, I don't allow me brother for let come back home. What in that they show? It don't show statesmanship. It don't show say President Bio na the father of democracy, na the father of peace na this country. The father of roads, the man we don't construct over 474 kilometers of road. Over how many bridges?
Now this guy will say filibuster.
You dey get me?
No,
it's not that. I'm staying to the topic, but I have to say the good is, you know, the president also perform.
Constitutional issue.
Imagine when they come, we get car power ship. Today, President Biodon, do the NAN project. Forget permanent infrastructure.
Let's talk about the constitution.
Energy generation.
We will come to the doings and the works that the president don't do. But however, let me ask you this question before I come to Honorable.
Yeah.
Should the APC decide not to come to Parliament again until what they want happen? When I think October 29, then they come back to Parliament, I guess to be corrected. What think will be the headway for the Sierra Leone People's Party in Parliament?
First, the good news now that we the follow up, we play our assignment them very well.
Mm-hmm.
Then leader, when are the opposition leader, go on social media after realizing say he don't blunder.
Mm-hmm.
The APC don't make big mistake. They say they're not boycott to now walk they walk out. So which means any other parliamentary sitting where parliament open then get for the part of the process. The leader, I mean, a very brilliant man.
Mm-hmm.
He's my classmate. We read engineering together. So now man we're very pragmatic. Where he blunder, he go correct himself, but he go do it in another version. So by him coming, he do a video, he out.
So you want to say
where he say
blunder?
He say.
Do you want to say he blundered?
In my opinion.
Okay.
In my opinion, it was very difficult for him to say we don't blunder, therefore we don't boycott, but rather he emphasized the word by saying we walk out. And walking out means it is just for that particular day, but then any other sitting, they can come in and continue.
All right, Honorable Barry, members of the All People's Congress on that day were sick. But then in your submission earlier, you say they brought a member of parliament in a wheelchair.
No, I not say wheelchair. There was a parliament. In fact, now then leader be mentioned.
Yeah, no, we had that he came in a wheelchair. We had that, that he came in a wheelchair.
Okay.
He was sick. I think his...
just a member of parliament.
Okay, member of parliament. Well, he's a paramount chief anyway.
Yeah,
let me put it this way. He's a member of parliament, paramount chief.
Yeah,
PCMP. In Ghana parliament, he been sick. Why when the members them been sick, they're not turn up at all? And we see Honorable AKK post say there were 3 members of parliament on the APC side were sick. Not to boycott them, boycott or not to game them. Kick over on our head.
All right. First of all, I want for wish them a speedy recovery. The Honorable Charles Conte of Bombali is seriously sick. I know say by now, Denzel Gono seriously sick. We will be able to pay him a visit and we pray for him. Let God make he get the strength for recover.
If you don't sick before or not on that day?
I possibly done the battle with the health for the past, I would say 4 or 5 years.
Okay.
We get some health challenges.
Okay.
And then we get the Honorable Alphaba. They're all 3. Only Alphaba, a nice guy, then go for medical at US. Where somebody say nobody know the glad for saying sick. We get conditions that really beyond human being. You the only kaya because you're healthy. Okay? But I want to say this to people and say, then they not get any way for affect we. Not to we be needed to thought. Where you want for alter the constitution, the only section we deal with alteration of the constitution. My brother talk about he refer to a section.
No, for the public, honorable, please.
No, I just want
No,
clarify
before we do this clarification, let's seek people here, please, for the public.
Yeah.
We are they part of the process. They may they part of the processes before or now on that day no more they not show up.
No.
Or they not been they show up at
Some
all.
of them go chill.
No.
They not been they show up at all.
They have been sick. They have been on medical. Honorable Alphaba have been on medical
Nice
for long
guy.
now. You know, participate. Honorable Charles has not been seen throughout the way. Make an honorable nice guy be don't ill to a point that the leadership advisor and say no, you have to go because if you are forced leadership advisor and say no.
Honorable
you have
nice
to
guy.
Go. Yes.
Abdul nice guy.
No. Mahmoud Kamara.
Okay.
Okay.
But
So,
why will not be ever no say them sick? Why is the process
let
to go on?
Let's not talk about people in health safe.
No, why would they say that? Because people are looking at it that they deceived you guys.
No, they did not.
Okay, we're fine. Let's go ahead.
These are committed people to their party and country, even when they under they follow.
Okay.
You know, and Motalma will not go say somebody you health. You get certain health condition where they able manage. They get certain health condition where it threatening. These are people who get families. So now make Uber get for understand the situation. But like I say, not to we need the 2/3. The government now they need the 2/3. You understand? So SO 44 1 it qualify section 91 of the constitution when they talk about voting and the president. Now SO 43 again I want for reader or refer people into RAM. Yeah. It said a bill for an act of parliament to alter the provision of the constitution. Pursuant to paragraph B of subsection 2. You see, even them no say a paragraph B of subsection 2 of 108 required to be supported on the second and third reading by the vote of not less than 2. You know, you see, constitution, you know why make you need to play with them? If we allow this thing come pass so, it means any alteration of this constitution in the future, except the intent clause, it not require 2/3.
That's simple.
It's not possible. No democracy no go allow that. You have to put safeguards. And they know that. And let's say you, when my brother did talk about these engineers, they all been aware, say, now 2/3. Even the leaders. And they lobbied members of PCMPs, even the opposition, forget that number there.
Were you
so
lobbied?
I'm surprised.
Were you lobbied?
No, they don't see a permission.
So how you know say them
They
lobby
don't
opposition
say
members?
no, that's democracy.
Okay.
They lobby. Even we
Okay.
self will lobby them for
Okay.
them vote same conscience.
So what is
You
wrong about
understand?
that?
So what are they trying for say? If una be no say na simple majority, already now na 81. Una not be even need PCMP there. If na be simple majority, but now because una no say, una need to get the 2/3, and una change the speaker change the rule of, and the speaker creates a big confusion. It make a ruling where Mbembe say, this may ruling here. Then the Supreme Court go interpret where you don't make it ruling. It's dangerous. I hope and pray that the Supreme Court will save the supreme law of this country. I hope and pray that President Bio will never give accent to this. Because why? If we allow this pass, we don't create a constitutional crisis. We're not good for the country.
So I remember one of the senior APC member being say, if we allow this bill for pass, APC not ever can have power. We're not Dr. Sylvia Blady. Is it true? Or are you guys scared that if this bill pass, you will not see power again?
Well, first, you have to respect people's opinion. I want to tell people and say this bill not pass. I make the speaker Mbembe say it's in ruling when give. This in ruling when give. Mbembe not to understand. Do you let the Supreme Court help her interpret? That's the word of the speaker. And then again for go through that stage day. And we challenge them through the Supreme Court. We now a party of laws. Now make after the election with all OTRP, we not come on a street for Alala. We say instead non-participation. We are believing in a peaceful way for express your frustration. Now the speaker, we say go file the Supreme Court. We use all the channels, but what's not go good for this country and for law get a constitutional crisis. A fine we constitution, let we respect her. Parliament now we they make law, you know, fine now we they break the law back. And I tell you for free, you can send it to Solomon Thomas. What he do on that day? It's dangerous for democracy. I hope and pray the Supreme Court will save us. But what happened so on that day? It's very, very dangerous. Let me tell you something. I want to go back to the video. where the speaker making ruling. I watch one AYV video. I saw they show the SLPP MPs, then they show the seats. There were phases among them where you see the spirit of God revealed, say, these people are not okay. You see some people, they shake their head. You understand, eh? I wonder how the speaker sleeps after that day. Me, I can't say me motoka. Somebody been debi and me when be the talk say, hey, Barry, he say, when the speaker, where Honorable Daniel Kurumadi give all sorts of example. They say the speaker just sit down. He say, like, because we don't program, you don't get a decision. I say, no. I say, Sengepo, no, they violate the law. I said, trust me, now 2/3. I argued for him. So when that thing happened, I said the most. I say, what? Parliament of Sierra Leone with speaker, now he go in C section 108 where deal with the alteration of the constitution. We say 2/3 for non-intent clause, then he choose for go simple majority. Do you know the implication of that? But remove my voice, remove the voice of the APC. I believe say critical civil society, they all don't raise concern. And we hope the Supreme Court for this time will do their best for save this constitutional crisis.
All right. Lastly, Honorable, October 29, now the next sitting. What's the way forward for the All People's Congress?
Oh, very good. My brother talk about that. We did not walk out of Parliament.
You did not boycott, you walk out.
We did not, we not boycott Parliament. In fact, if we get city committee or any parliamentary activity, we are going to perform our functions. Okay? We walked out of the process after we realized that the speaker don't give a ruling. We violate the spirit of the law. We violate voting day, and we don't want to fall short of voting section 108 say, where it say any illegal touch of the constitution. At least we know will participate.
Should President append his signature on this bill? How would you feel?
I believe, you see, President Bio, when he make that appeal, the address, I was touched. He say, let us not vote for her, let us not vote for party, don't vote for the voters. And that make we be one really see this thing go through. You understand? We vote for democracy. We agree or disagree, we disagree for agree. You understand? No mean say what you want, power, then for pass. Or if you pass law for inconvenience, or if you pass law, we will make it easy, but then you win election. History don't taught me so many lessons. So many lessons. We don't see 1964, the then Albert Magai, outlaws them. When I then lost them, they later still be used against them. We don't see President Momo, when they go to the multi-party constitution. He was dreaming and hoping that he would be the first democratic president. He ended up becoming president. We've seen all examples like that. Power, no matter how you do it, and the danger, they say make law when you didn't have power, we will protect you when you come on. You understand? I hope and pray, and I believe the President will get good advisors, we get conscience. We that be the pass and so, I don't believe the President will with a good conscience. We want to get access to that. But let's wait the Supreme Court. Because they put him in sister if you are blind and say, the speaker make a decision, and they say, let Supreme Court help her. They say that now he surprised her because it is like you make a decision already before they ask for advice. That thing for don't happen. The speaker, if you be no say that interpretation they needed, if you don't request for that interpretation, the Supreme Court give the interpretation and they rule on that interpretation. But already don't rule, they don't influence. But we hope and pray our judiciary. This is the biggest test for our judiciary. This is the biggest test for our democracy. My sister, the democracy will enjoy. So don't forget it. People then die for our people then die for her. Then we don't allow people for can Igbo. No democracy, not in the one old world. We go say this with constitution. Anybody can change that with simple majority. That is the best democracy. If we allow that, and we found the drafters 108, we talk about alteration of the constitution. SO 44.3. We say any alteration of this constitution in line with 108 for be 2/3. Therefore, we hope and pray that the Supreme Court and President Bio they all will save this democracy, law follow the right process.
All right, Honorable Fala.
Yeah. So thank you again.
Yeah, I just want to rub more on your side now. Then I go read few messages as time don't beat me.
Okay. So my brother say, you know, even they take this matter serious. Constitutional amendment Now something we, as any member of parliament, you for take very, very seriously. For let you go, say you now camera, you go watch how people and face them they. So let you imagine the level at which then they condescend. But I want for make the people that know say we na SLPP will be very, very key if you watch the video there. Like me, today I dey watch myself na one pan the videos. Where I get me constitution, they read, they watch line by line. We dey pay attention.
You don't
You
get
understand,
constitution,
You understand? If I not be get constitution, I know the code. What I know say I can't talk on, I don't extract her, I put her na. Anything you read there than I don't read.
No, but if you don't put her,
So another thing we our ask me, brother. Now they propose such a nomination committee. Then just get 40 something votes. So if really now people are way honest, you'd expect say now 2/3 you for go get for let you pass such a nomination committee. How them they expect for go get that day? So that they tell you say the man there, then they talk so, then they in the pond, then they out of the pond. But let me tell you about the walk away.
Let's try the roundup now. They give 2 minutes because we get
so thank you. So
please.
Then boycott not ever substitute constitutional voting. You know, ever they substitute and then people know the people from McKinney, the other way come on a Potloko, the other way come out Natonkolini. This boycott, if APC be not in a parliament, now that telling them for them will make decision for
but it's a walkout. They said they didn't boycott. They said they're not boycott.
Walkout. Whether walkout can never replace or supplement voting in a parliament.
Okay.
The law of this land say for let you amend the constitution, for let you add provisions na the constitution, you get for go as per the dictates. And that dictates they say both APC and SLPP for camp and then vote based on their strength. You lobby the SLPP lobby the APC, they wanna go vote. But always then don't turn picking them. 2 days they run away. 2 days they come. 2 days they run away. Now they don't run away. You say Sebi get concerned. But me, one for a leader fear. See, I get them from the leader. See, this now just walk out. Not to boycott them, boycott.
All right. Honorable Ibrahim Barry, I give just 1 minute as time don't beat we please. Just 1 minute.
So that's such a nomination committee there. Now, other than counter, now this bill with the cow it, the AG office, now in the piloter. And that clause 1 day, such a nomination they under clause 1. Now, other than counter, you are talking about a bill where this clause where they talk about, it they inside the bill where they seek for amend, when are you, the Minister of Justice under the SLPP regime, now ink out and they tell we say now
such a nomination are tripartite.
So see, they say tripartite recommendation, now
tripartite recommendation
agree. Tripartite recommendation.
That was your own part.
SLPP. Okay.
In the recommendation, you have the SLPP.
The only separate side. Now the divergence will be request for that data for the election. But all that 80 plus almost now agreed between the SLPP and APC and the moral guarantors. Okay. So this 1 minute we don't.
So say for don't vote.
Yeah, just clarify because time don't beat we please.
Then wake out and then go against the such a nomination. Then say then let them have consultation as in the extent law. Again, with position, we are in support of the legislative with women there. Forget 30% minimum or more say for women there. And that make we want under the constituency system. What happened to Honorable Ella, the late Honorable Sister Lagos, sorry for outside there, where he died in a Kenema, na man replacer, and in a minus for women. In Uganda, and get safe seats for women under the first party post. Now, if na safe seats, like where he
now we don't bring them.
The by-election. We
don't bring her. APC not sabi make.
All right, Honorable, let's ask you this last question: a yes or no, please. And I ask Honorable back. Now that the PR wanna say no, and wanna not say the census after the census, again for be 2 years before we go into election. Should this insist? Wanna they insist from the APC side? It happens say the PR not go through for more tuna they think of. Wanna go once the presidency for be added for 2 years before we go into election 2030. A yes or no, please.
They don't ever mention that. Say they
no,
want
I'm
for
asking.
2 years.
I'm asking because the census has to be rolled out after 2 years before we begin use them, right? Because then gets a lot of things when are for development.
Okay.
Should that happen? I'm just asking.
Okay, census data. It is for many purposes.
Now they say now it's a yes or no.
Inform.
Yes.
No, then they inform.
Correct.
The limitation of constituency boundaries and the day for several development people. I'm gonna make we know the percentage of disabled women there, so we're able to plan fine.
So now in the 2 years process, we're able to do all that. So should this they insist happen, would you guys be ready or go back 2 years?
I know 1 day 2 years ambition. With democracy in a 5 year maximum. And nothing they change that. Any attempt on that, it will be the biggest time bomb to the country.
All right, so the program now Ecko Morning Show. Plenty. Thank you, Honorable Fala. Would you guys be ready or prepared? Should this happen? The census therefore take 2 years. For 2 years be added to you being in parliament.
So the SLPP, we are complete Democrats. We believe in the rule of law. We want to assure the people of this nation, say, what in the law say now, what they follow.
Very good.
All right, so the program now Ecko Morning Show. Plenty. Thank you to we studio guests. Don't mind them doing right now. Then they try for a hug themselves. You know, sometimes when you see them, you feel saying a bad and they do, but sometimes that is how it is. So all the one that we send in text message time don't really beat we as we expect anti-corruption for come in anytime soon. It's been a pleasure having them all inside the studio and to honor all. The producer of this show, one of the best producers I've ever had, which is Frances Lamin. I really appreciate you, David Harding. You where they make them camera, they look beautiful. People they say, I do appreciate you all. And Alfred, waking they behind the camera where they make them very smart and sweet, me looking sweet here. Plenty. Thank you to honor all. I've been your humble presenter, Elizabeth Kefwe-Gembe.
Not to would that you like. Now would that sabi dey walk. Oh yeah, Bongoli say. No envy would that they do the work where you know sabi. Now for G chance to pose in way sabi. When you land there walk, he go come back to you. Now advice for patience, humility, and real leadership. I know to that you let go. Now that's how they walk. Now for where they them they come oh. And now you them don't come back. I know to that you sabi. But would that sabi do they walk oh. Now for where they them they come oh. And now they them don't come back so. Now they them don't come back. When I know say. Would that no sabi they walk? Not doing go do they walk oh. Now for where they tend to come oh. And now they tend don't come back so. If you no left on for the posy way sabi.